I think what Oda had established over 200 chapters ago is actually gonna be happening really soon with Blackbeard. Here's what Oda said in chapter 800 at the end of Dressrosa. Here are the narrator's quotes and the Viz Media translation. Through the very odd practice of Sun's Cups and forces unexpected and out of their control, 7 odd and mighty warriors labeled themselves the followers of Straw Hat Luffy. After this moment, they will each grow in power until they eventually cause a great incident of historic proportions. But for the moment, that is a story no one yet knows about. Yo, I think it is very likely that this great incident of historic proportions is happening really soon, relatively speaking. Because right now, I am of the mindset, on Full Lead Island, Blackbeard's home base, the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is gonna pull up capybara style. And the next great war of One Piece is gonna be going down on Full Lead Island.
Crazy.
So right now, we're in like some major endgame stuff for One Piece. And it's very clear that's the case because Oda is giving us the Blackbeard content. Things that we thought were like years, like generations away, right? Like Oda's gonna be 85, 100 years old and still writing One Piece. No. Because the Blackbeard content is happening and it's happening now, where we have the Heart Pirates versus the Blackbeard Pirates. Of course, it is what it is. It's gonna be off screen.
Why?
We all know in our heart, in our Kingdom Heart of Hearts, okay? We all know. It's gonna be really sad, but it's happening, and at least Oda's setting it up. Maybe we get some snippets here or there, like while we have the Strat crew going about their Egghead adventures, trying to find Sonic and Shadow and all these other weird entities like Chris Chan lurking in the corner somewhere. If Oda's having a good day and feeling very generous, maybe on a holiday, we get a page or two of these pirate crews fighting. So of course, it's gonna be mainly Law. Beppo.
Bro, you're trash, bro.
Not that dude. If he is that dude, then Oda has to show us Beppo be that dude against the Blackbeard Pirates. Jean Bart. No. Again, not that dude. Like, their crew is massively top heavy. The fact of the matter is that we're focusing on Blackbeard's crew now, and Oda just rapid fired a list of devil fruits that we have for Doc Q, for Von Aga, and for Jesus Burgess, who's back, who has a face mask going on like he was Viserys from House of the Dragon. So Burgess has the strong fruit where he's bulking up massively and throwing mountains. Von Aga has the warp fruit, so he's able to teleport himself and the people anywhere. I'm assuming via his eyesight. So whatever he sees, he can teleport to. Actually reminded me of some One Punch Man greatness that we got recently in the manga, but another day. And then Doc Q getting the fandom all riled up, especially all the lads, the very unwholesome lads. Like, yeah! When it came to Trafalgar, but he was able to do so with the sick fruit. That's actually pretty scary when you think about it. A disease so powerful that can actually change your like DNA genetic makeup for your whole body, and you transform as a result. That's a scarily potent disease. With that being said, we have the rapid fire devil fruits of all these guys. We already know Katarina's ability and City of the Rain's ability. And also, let me show some love to Stronger, the best steed in One Piece since Hawkins' deer in Wano Country, who is confirmed to have the mythical horse fruit model Pegasus. So all we need now for his crew to be kind of finalized for all their powers, Laffy, Avalo Pizarro, and Vasco Shot. That's it. We actually, I think, unironically, in the canon manga, no, we do. In the canon manga, we know more about Blackbeard's crew than we do Shanks's crew. That's just the facts. So Blackbeard may genuinely be the focus of the next arc after Egghead Island. Because of course, not only is it his crew, but also it's the marine situation involving Kobe. Kobe captured after the Amazon Lily event. Of course, the guys on the G14 base, Helmeppo and company, they want to save Kobe as quickly as possible. Even want to use Seraphim to try and get in there and save Kobe. And then on top of that, Pudding. That cover story is super important, clearly. Now, based on the timeline, this probably happened during Wano Country, probably before the raid on Origashima. So it's likely that Kuzan and whoever came with him, so either City of the Rain or Avala Pizarro or Lafitte, are likely already back on Full Aled Island after giving Cacao Island and Cracker a Winter Wonderland makeover. So the Big Mom Pirates right now are struggling. They're struggling massively. And Pudding being captured, we all know the drill there. She has the ability of the three eyes. And unlike in Dragon Ball Z Tien, it's actually extraordinarily useful because that third eye can read the poneglyphs. And why is Blackbeard targeting Law? He was literally lurking, waiting for either Law, Kid, or Luffy to pass by. It just so happened Trafalgar D Water Law. Come for those rubbings, kid. I know you got them. Give me all your rubbings. Sounds kind of sus, but again, very important stuff. So, Blackbeard. Go! I just want to really focus on Blackbeard, but again, we know we are on Egghead for a reason. And I think part of the core reason why is because we're going to learn the truth about Devil Fruits on this island through Vegapunk. Oda alluded to just as much in SBS years ago. And don't you think, in some sense, learning about the truth of Devil Fruits, and then from that, the next, let's say, main bad guy, Blackbeard, who uses 2 Devil Fruits, don't you think it'd be kind of fitting and somewhat quintessential, knowing about the root of Devil Fruits, fighting against an entire squad that is Devil Fruit stacked, Devil Fruit heavy? I think that's pretty pivotal. Whether it be countermeasures like Sea Stone based stuff, or even, let's say, finding out or getting a hint as to how someone like Blackbeard could take away a person's abilities and then give those powers to someone else. These are things that we may find out in this arc and get in this arc on Egghead Island that we could use against Blackbeard for this upcoming potential war. And then also, remember this. In the Road to Laugh Tale, chapter 1053.1, one of the theoretical locations for the last road poneglyph is where? Full Aled Island, the home base of Blackbeard. So Blackbeard may already have the last road poneglyph that the Straw Hats need to find the One Piece. Therefore, most likely, we have to fight Blackbeard to get that last rubbing. And also, on top of all this, it's very likely, but not impossible, keywords here, but very likely that Blackbeard is not the final villain of One Piece. He was a very strong candidate, that's for damn sure, but Emu's kind of flexing hard right now, right? Lulusia, Emu, allegedly has a crazy Tony Stark iPad. Click, 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 boom. Eviscerated to the bedrock and beyond. And beyond! That's a big deal. But on the flip side, Blackbeard was sweating Rayleigh. Now, to be fair, it was Rayleigh's prestige. It's Mayo Rayleigh. Whoa. Okay. But Blackbeard sweating Rayleigh is not a good look, especially if you're trying to be final villain material. But to be clear here, there are some avenues where in which Blackbeard could be still the final villain of the series. But right now, it seems a lot less likely. And when I think about how this whole arc is being set up, and yet Prince Gru's comment in chapter 1061 about the number of men that are on Fullet Island, where according to him, there are so many pirates there that the entire island is actually marked up with bullets from all the constant shootouts. And we do see a lot of pirates there when Gecko Moria pulls up. And remember, according to Jinbei, way back when on Fishman Island, Blackbeard took over all of Whitebeard's old territory, which of course only just adds to the total number of men that Blackbeard has at his disposal. And even if they do have the 7 with them, Prince Groose kind of notes to how, even so, we can't do this because the number of guys they have is absurd. But one thing that could tip the odds in their favor is if they had access to a fleet, potentially a grand fleet of pirates that are willing to work with them because they have a common enemy and a common goal in mind. So, how would this all play out? Before we continue on real quick though, if you're enjoying my video so far, let me know with not only a comment in the comment section down below, but also hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up and support your boy. Much love if you do. In my mind, at this point in time, here's how I see things going down. Number 1, Davy backfight. Nani? Nani? We bring back the Davy backfights. Why? Because in chapter 306, Pirate Island is mentioned by Robin to be the birthplace of the Davy back fight. So if we actually go there, the track crew actually goes there, and let's say it's operation, we have to save 3 people, because Law's not beating Blackbeard, okay? Now to be fair, it's Blackbeard plus Von Aga plus Jesus Burgess plus Doc Q, and all Law has is his crew. Law is going to probably lose against Blackbeard and get captured, because it's not just the rubbings, but also he has the Opiopi, which is a very potent and valuable fruit. So let's say Blackbeard captures Law with the intention of taking his fruit later on for whatever reason. But let's say right now his entire crew already has powers, so again we keep Law, so in the future we intend, let's say, remove his abilities for X, Y, and Z reason, okay? So let's say Alkachi just grabs Law, ice time. Ice time. And he's in cryostasis. Okay, something like that. So Law is captured, Pudding is captured, Kobe is captured. How do we go about this situation? Let's say the Straw Hats team up with the guys in the G14 base, like they come to a consensus. Smoker is probably there. So Smoker and Luffy fist bump it. We come to an agreement, work together to try and take back Kobe, save Law, and of course save Pudding. When Sanji finds out, my man's gonna want to save her. Absolutely. So we go in there, we're outmanned, outgunned initially. Luffy issues a Davy back fight in the birthplace of the Davy back fights against Blackbeard's clique. And it's crazy, it's wonky. What I really want to see, dude, oh my god, please. I really want to see Frankie versus Jesus Burgess wrestling match. That would be phenomenal. Now, just like the hope I had for the Brook versus Apu, the Battle of the Bars, 8 Mile style, that's what I really wanted from Brook and Apu in Wano Country. We didn't get it, which is like really, that's really, really sad. But this man Burgess has the title belt. Frankie is doing suplexes constantly. We could have a wrestling match in a Davy back fight between Frankie and Burgess. That would be so damn cool, especially after some Frankie upgrades, which I just don't think will apply to, let's say, the Sunny Go and his Frankie Shogun. I think Frankie himself could get some major upgrades in this arc physically. Why not? We have this dope-ass Davy back fight with so many wonky and crazy things going on. Some sniper duels between Von Aga and Usopp. Again, wrestling matches. And then we have some dirty ass plays on the part of the Blackbeard Pirates, of course. Blackbeard himself is Ric Flair incarnate. The man is one of the filthiest dudes on the planet, like quite literally. He will literally grab his own fecal matter and throw it in your face if that's what it takes to get a W. That's how Blackbeard rolls, and I love it. However, when the dirty plays pull up, when the real pirate games start, that's when the Strat crew reveal their trump card. That's when they bring out the Grand Fleets. Because this event that is noted to in chapter 800 I don't think has any ties to the final war. The final war is going to be on the largest scale that Oda can possibly create. And given that scale, with so many major players involved, I can't see a lot of focus being brought onto the Grand Fleet. So even though a lot of folks during Wano Country thought that the Grand Fleet would pull up, they didn't pull up. And the final war, I think, is a bit too late for the Strat Grand Fleet to finally be utilized. There has to be a point in time, I think, in between Wano Country and the final war for the Grand Fleet to really show up and do their thing and showcase their abilities, their powers. Full of Lead Island, the next great war on one of the most pivotal locations in the world of One Piece, Pirate Island, between Monkey D. Luffy and his clique, in conjunction with some Marines, some Navy men like Smoker, like the old school Goldie Roger and Gob situation against who? Rox D. Sebek. And who is the person that emulates Rox D. Sebek the most in the current era? Mr. All Day, Every Day, 24/7, 365, Blackbeard.